day, eh? Well, it's July 1st, 2022, and it's Canada Day. It's when Canadians celebrate our nation. Now, we do it pretty close with the Americans, but July 1st is our day. And I just like to take care and enjoy yourself this weekend. But on the other hand, you've got to be careful out there. And being a type 1 diabetic, you need to be a little more cautious. And things like as simple as putting on sunscreen and doing this will prevent a bad sunburn. And with bad sunburns, it puts your body under stress. And as such, your blood sugars will rise. And today is a lot of barbecues going on, and you'll probably fall a bit off your diet. And I'm talking with your calorie intake and also what you choose for your beverages. You want to be certain that you just watch it, take care, because you don't want to end up in the emergency room over the next couple of days. We wait so long, especially in BC, for nice summer weather, and we've got it, and you don't want to be being in the emergency room or in your own bed. So take care. So, your whole summer routine can be kind of all upset. And, you could be later days. You could actually be eating later or eating earlier. And simple things can throw you all out of whack. Now, my care workers who come and see me are always amazed that my blood sugar can go up to 20 and say, "Oh my God, you've got to go see a doctor." And no, I don't need to go see a doctor, but what I do need to do is take a correction dose and make sure that my blood sugars come down. For example, today, before I had dinner, it was 18.4, I think. Sorry, bumps here. And just let me tighten you guys up. Be right there. There. Try cutting that out, and I've taken insulin and I waited for a bit, and my blood sugar has dropped. And I don't know if it's with the warmer weather or such, but for me, I think I'm starting to lose some of my stored up water, which those of you who have been following me know that I'm holding on water quite a bit, anemia, and so this is a welcome relief. So take care, do what you need to do, but keep an eye on things. Don't just go out in the hot sun all day. Don't go drinking and have astronomical amounts of alcohol, which is a poison, and your body's probably not going to like it that much. Now, I've done a lot of these things before, but I see so often on YouTube someone who's got sunburn, and I'm thinking, the last time I had that happen, it was pretty bad. So, do what you need to do, but play it safe. You know, you want to be around for a lot more summers. And, you know, for me, I want to be a lot more summers where I can go out and around. I can't really walk that much anymore. And I've become what they call a brittle diabetic, or some people call it a severe diabetic. And you know, they're saying, oh, well, you know, you can work it off. You can get back on track tomorrow. But I can remember high school. It was the end of high school. I was at a friend's end of school party, and I got quite sick. And just 1 second, nice and slow. It was before glucometers. So, you know, you could rely on what your blood sugars were doing only by the symptoms you had. If you were shaky, then you were low. And if you were thirsty and peeing a lot, you were high. But this day I was wrapped up too much fun. I ate. I don't know. I can't remember if I took my blood sugar, but I can remember we were getting ready to go, and I went off from the party, and let's just say I revisited my dinner. And that was interesting. When I got back and home, it was a lovely ride home, by the way. Just didn't want to go in the car, but I did, and I made it home. And I did back then it was a urine test, and I did my little urine test. And my urine sugar was extremely high, and I was showing ketones. Now, from what I know now, the symptoms and everything I told you, I should have been in emergency. But I just took insulin, maybe a little bit more than I should, and it came down. But don't just over-medicate yourself. It's probably a good idea that you do a emergency plan with your doctor. When should I go into the hospital? When can I stay at home? Just don't take extra insulin, because you don't know how that's going to affect you. And you know what? The days after, I wasn't able to get back under control. And I think I had an appointment with the doctor, and I pretty well and rightfully so, got reamed out. And I don't think that's necessarily the greatest thing to do with a young diabetic. Maybe calmly discussing it and come up with the plan. Diabetes isn't a game. You need to learn how to control it, and you can still have fun. You can go out and have a drink if you're of age, and when you do, you can relax and enjoy. But don't go out drinking just to get drunk. Oh yeah, I'm a party animal. And there was a person who was newly diagnosed. He was a young guy, and he was put into same room as me in the hospital. It was a semi-private room, and all he ever wanted was to all the lights out. He didn't want to hear about diabetes. And I finally said, you know what? You can let this control you. You can be so depressed over it, or you can get up and learn about it and you take control. You don't let diabetes take control of you. And I still wonder to this day how he is handling it. It's certainly a lot of years now. I think I must have just been over 10 years with it when I saw him. It's Lionsgate Hospital. Can't remember the name, but I would certainly be interested. And see how you actually fared out. We're both older now, and I just hope diabetes hasn't taken control of your life, that you are letting diabetes not control it, but you control diabetes. And I did go through a growing spurt of not following diabetes plan, and it's almost like every new doctor I've always had to explain that yes, I'm a diabetic and I'm type 2. Not. I'm type 1. But you go into a hospital and oh well, take off your pump. And I don't want to take off my pump. And they all go through the type 2 protocols. And you know what? It doesn't work. If you're diabetic, and double check this with your doctor. Oh, sorry. You need to have some source of insulin. It doesn't have to, maybe not a full dose, but you need some insulin because type 1s will their blood sugars will skyrocket. And don't let it happen to you. And I'm also, as I mentioned before, a brittle now, or liable, or liberal, or whatever the new term is. But I try to control diabetes as much as I can. And this is why I started this channel. First of all, if there's any other brittle diabetics out there, you're not alone. I think they say 2% of diabetics are problematic. My endocrinologist and my diabetes nurse have constantly looked for ways to help me, but my body doesn't always follow the way it should be. They cut back insulin, I have a low blood sugar. They give me more insulin, my body just seems to crave it. So, take care of yourself out there. Learn about your body. And yes, that means blood tests before meals. And yes, that means you're probably going to have a shot, or you may be a candidate for an insulin pump. Now, I know for a fact, in BC, everyone now qualifies for an insulin pump. And the insulin pump has saved me a number of times. Read all the material you can about type 1 diabetes if you're type 1. If you're watching this and you're type 2, do the same, but obviously type 2. Learn how your body responds to insulin. Just one thing, let's get out of the elevator. If you're not feeling well, just test a little bit more. Don't be foolish with your health. Well, this is my summer warning video for 2022. Happy Canada Day.